Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a live trade that I took in Maruti. This is going to be a very good educational video for you guys. Like I'm going to show you, basically show you all the breakdown, the trading concepts, basically how you have to approach before taking the trade. It's going to be a very good video for you, so watch it till the end so that you can grab most of the concepts before that's involved. Before taking the trade, because after taking the trade you don't have much to do basically. So whatever you have to do, you have to do before taking the trade. Okay, so let's go to Maruti. Okay, so this is the chart. This is the daily chart of Maruti. Okay, and let me show you when I took the trade. And here you don't have to worry about the quantity, it's the futures that I have taken. Maruti futures, as you can see here, 28th of April I first shorted it at 6,649. that's the futures price. And then on 30th of April, so obviously this is a carry forward position, on 30th of April I closed it at 6530. so my buying price was 6649 and my selling price was 6649, which I sold first and bought at 6530, so making a profit of around 120 points. So this was a 1:3 risk to reward ratio trade. That's why it's going to be very useful for you to understand the concepts, because if you take these kind of trades, then obviously you'll be having a very good positive traders equation. Maybe after 10 trades, even though you lose some, you will be ending up with some good decent profits. So let's see what's the reason for opting to sell Maruti. Okay, first of all, let's go to monthly time frame. Let me just clear this off, and you can see here it was coming down. It's making a lower high and lower lows, and this went up to, it couldn't breach the previous structure actually and start coming down. So we don't have to spend too much understanding the monthly for this one, especially if you're looking for just 2 or 3 days of holding basically. Okay, but we know like it is coming down, right? And then we go to weekly, and here also you can see the structure has been broken here. Okay, this structure was broken and then coming down, so it's forming lower highs and lower lows, right? So that's what we could see. So it's kind of coming down on monthly and weekly. So now let's go into daily, which is our key time frame, I would say, our assessment time frame. And here also you can very clearly see it's making lower highs, lower lows, a very nice lower high and lower lows pattern. Okay, so that's the reason I selected this stock. I saw this as a weak stock and I wanted to sell. So now I have a view on Maruti that I want to sell, and I took on 28th, so which is this date here, right? This bar that you can see, kind of rejection bar, the 28th. So that's the day I took the trade. Remember the date. And now if we go to Nifty, okay, so now we have a sell bias in Maruti. Keep that in mind. It was on 28th. It was on 28th. So on Nifty, if you see here, and if you have linked to my Telegram channel, you would have known this. On I think it was on, yeah, I told you like on 26th around 12:30, I told you like expecting a big move likely towards upside, trade cautiously. And also I provided a good support level that Nifty can hold on to. It's on 14,465 and 14,445. okay, so if you just mark that area here, it was on 26th April. So let's go to lower time frame, 30 minutes. So 14,465 to 14,445, it was this area here and area of support. So I was expecting a rally to the upside basically when the price was trading around here, and that's when I told you share that view on my Telegram channel, which is by the way free of charge. So I encourage you to join this Telegram channel. The link is in the description box. Okay, and that's when it started moving up and made a very nice move. Okay, so that's exactly the kind of move I was expecting. And now if you go back to Telegram channel again, and after that move I immediately shared another one stating that the Nifty is in a channel and it has reached the upper channel, so be careful before going long again. Okay, so that's the kind of warning that I gave you, not to go long, and if you are long, better close your positions. That's kind of hint. And I have shared all this in more detail in my YouTube video that I will be providing you at the end of the video here, so that you can go and check that video. All right, so explained basically a detailed review of multi-time frame analysis. That's a weekly review, so you could go and check there. So now on that one, I told you to be cautious. That was on 28th of April, remember? So 28th of April I had a negative view in Maruti, and now I have a bearish view in Nifty as well. So do you see how these two things are aligning? So you have to align your trade with the market sentiment. So now I'm having kind of bearish view in Nifty and bearish view on Maruti, so that aligns very well, and that's the reason I was waiting for an opportunity in Maruti. Okay, let's go to Maruti here once again. So now you know how I assess the Nifty. So Maruti here, it's on a 30-minute time frame now. So this is the day of 28th. So if you see here, I had a bearish view and I was watching this stock, and I wanted some sort of pullback, and then I wanted to go short so that it comes down here. So that's the whole idea. And 28th was here. Okay, so if you go to 30-minute time frame, because we cannot simply pull the trigger just because we think like it's going down. We have to identify the right spot to sell. Okay, so while it was going up, and now on Nifty you could see here, it was on the pullback, it was doing a higher high and higher low, and on and check the date as well at the bottom, which says 26th of April 11:45, and then now it started coming down. You see here it's making lower highs and lower lows. That's a perfect scenario for me. I just wanted one pullback here and a decent bar to sell, and that's where my sell trigger was initiated. Okay, so right after this bear bar I sold. Okay, so I was waiting for this bear bar to complete, and after that I slightly got a better price, probably like 5 or 6 rupees, something like that. So my risk to reward was simply like this. If I show you here, it was a shorting trade, so I'm gonna put a short trade here. I think I sold around 6612. This is, by the way, spot price, but in futures obviously it was like 6649, as I showed you in my trade thing here. It was at 6649. Okay, so when the price was somewhere trading around here, this is where I sold, and this was my stop loss. Of course I was flexible. You see, you have to understand, you have to be a little bit flexible when you are placing your stop loss. Okay, and 1:3 was my target. Okay, so it was somewhere around here. So as you can see, it was slightly more than that. Okay, like this, it was around 40 rupees. Okay, it was around 40 rupees stop loss, somewhere around 40 rupees, and 120 rupees was my target. Okay, so if you go down further, make it 3 somewhere here, so you can see around 120. That's my target. Okay, now because it's a carry forward position, you know, where the next day when the market opens, it can be very volatile, and you never know, like as you can see, the market opened quite a gap high here. It closed here, and then, you know, it went up, opened higher, and then started going up. So I was a bit flexible. As I told you, this was my stop loss, but for the first 15 minutes or 30 minutes or so, I wouldn't have closed, even it would have gone beyond this stop loss bar that I have put, just because it would be very volatile because of the overnight position, and I knew like it's going to come down. So that's the kind of thing you have to have. So probably somewhere here was my opening stop loss, and then later on when I saw this 30-minute bar which came down, I brought back my stop loss to my original position, right? So this was the trade. And then you shouldn't be, because the market, what it does is it tries to flush out the weak bears. That's what it tried in this bar here. When it opened higher, and most of the weak bears would have exited their trade, who have carried forward their position. Okay, but as a professional, you should understand the market sentiments properly and wait for the confirmation. Okay, and because you had patience and confidence in your trading assessment, you could have waited here. Okay, and then it started, and also remember they didn't break the structure. You see here, it was coming down, right? And this was a structure. That structure was not broken when it went up and started coming down, and I had to wait for one more day. And after the day ended, it ended here at the close here. It opened here, closed here. That shows like the Maruti is weak. That confirmed basically my view. And then the next day, I just booked the profits on the opening candle itself. Okay, the reason why I didn't go for further more targets is because Sunday we knew we had the election results and it's a weekend, and I didn't really want to take it forward to Monday. I'm still bearish on this one, but I didn't want to continue just because we had the election results. It could be very volatile, and then I got a pretty decent profits of 1:3. I think that's we should stick to our trading rules and whatever the assessment we had planned initially. It's good to improvise sometimes, but not on this occasion. It's just because I told you, because of the two reasons which could lead to high volatility on Monday. And the volatility that we saw here, it could be much more on Monday, and who knows, it can come again to this range. So that's why I didn't want to take that chance on this occasion. Okay, so this was the idea. As you can see here, it was a multi-time frame analysis. I went on to monthly, weekly, and then the daily, and also I had the view on Nifty as well, because market sentiment is important. And as you can see, after that Nifty also started coming down. You see here, right after that on 29th, on 28th this was one, and then 29th it all gapped up and then started coming down, confirming our view. So and I took other positions as well in Nifty and everything, but I just want to focus on Maruti in this particular video. Okay, so how you can carry forward the positions and all those things. So, and also I'm planning to start a premium Telegram channel wherein I'll be posting my trades before I take the trade or immediately after I take the trade, which is purely for educational purposes. I'm not a SEBI registered advisor to give you financial calls or trading calls as such, because it's kind of kind of illegal, I would say, because you're not registered. So what I'm trying to do is, because I'm getting some requests to post those kind of trades actually, so what I'm trying to do is legally is planning to open a premium Telegram channel which is like subscription based, and then I'll be posting the trades I would be taking. It's definitely not a recommendation for you to take the trades, it's purely for educational purposes. You can join the channel. I'll provide more details in the description box below, and I'm planning to charge kind of weekly basis, so whoever is interested, you can join and learn from those videos, so that it will be live trades that I'll be posting, and probably before taking the trade, and if not, definitely immediately after taking the trade. So that could be very helpful for you, and I'll be posting some extra videos as well, so that you can understand the analysis behind those trades, and it will be very transparent, and it's going to be very fun, and lots of things to learn. Okay, so that you can start assessing the charts on your own, and that's it. So see you guys, and if you like this video, please share with your friends, and also subscribe if you haven't done yet. I'll come up with some more interesting videos shortly, and see you on the premium Telegram channel as well. See you guys.